But yeah, welcome to Family Time this morning. And as always, our first port of call is to share our mission statement. In order to do that, I want to show you the leaderboard. So I've taken a decision a few weeks back that anybody who has positively moved on the leaderboard gets the opportunity to read the mission statement and make whatever comments they want to. I don't think Brian will be with us this morning, but it was wonderful to see Brian having sponsored someone in the last 2 weeks. So he's shifted up a place on the leaderboard to 16. And then we've got Gerda Kutsia, who's jumped up. Gerda actually added 3 people to her RevShare group in the last 2 weeks, which, because it was at 12, is like a 25% increase in the size of her business. So excellent, Gerda. I'm not sure if you are here. But if you are, I would ask you to read our mission statement. And then green is anybody who's brand new on the leaderboard. So a huge congrats to Johan van Hastier. I think, Johan, you've been on before, but you're back. Well done. To Jean Kutzer. Well done, Jean. And then to Sean Champion. So a huge welcome to Sean. I know Sean wasn't able to join us today. Sean and his team have only just been onboarded. So Sean is a great story. He was still a team leader who had his own company, Champion Real Estate, in the northern suburbs of Cape Town. Very good reputation, well respected, good people, good agents. And I think it's a team of 8 or whatever that Andre and Lydia have onboarded, and we've been chatting to Sean for a number of years. So really, really excited that Sean and his team have come over to eXp, and I do wish them all the very best. So when we do the welcomes, I know Andre and Lydia are here, and they may want to welcome any of Sean's team who are with us. So welcome, guys, if you are for the first time. But anybody else? So Gerda, are you here? Let me actually get my list of names here. Okay, so Gerda is not with us. And then any of the others, Jean or Johan? You here? I think Johan is here.
I'm here, Steve. Are you talking to me?
Okay, Johan, go for it. I'll put the mission statement on the screen if you can read it. And then you can make whatever comments you want afterwards.
Wonderful, thank you. You caught me by surprise there. So our mission is to build a growing collaborative family of agents around the country who support each other to run strong, ethical, profitable businesses in which everyone caps and increases their personal income. Many will also become financially free through the eXp revenue share program. Sorry, eXp revenue program. And stock awards. In this way, as a group, we will bring positive, disruptive change to the real estate industry in South Africa. So I think 2 things stand out to me: the eXp revenue share, and just the fact that every month I get a number of rands or dollars into my account, and it's just such a pleasure to just receive that money. And then the other thing is, again, collaboration. We do a lot of collaboration with multiple different agencies in Limpopo, and it's really working exceptionally well. One of the new agents I sponsored has been with us just over 2 months, and she's already done 3 deals, and all of them with other agencies, Keller Williams, Remax, and various other agencies. So it really works exceptionally well. So it's a small piece of a pie, but it's better than no pie at all. So that's me.
Excellent, Johan. Thank you so much. And nice to see your RevShare team growing. Hopefully those rands and dollars each month is going to start multiplying. Let me, while Johan was talking, it reminded me of, I'm just going to show it to you. So I shot a video. You would have got the email with the link to it. It's been received pretty well, 146 views so far, with a whole lot of people liking it, lots of comments. So it is a, tell you what, let me get a link to the video and I will put it in the chat roll here. You can open it up, but then don't start watching it. Come back to the family time meeting. It's a video on collaboration in real estate. Should agents collaborate with one another? And if you've got a group of agents in your area, like Johan's saying, from other agencies, I think it's worth sending them all this video and saying, what do you think? Would love to chat about this with you. What do we think in our area about this? Start a conversation with the agents that you think would be good to collaborate with. It's a good conversation starter. That's how I've put the video together. So the link is in the chat roll for you. Yeah, thanks, Johan. And then as far as collaboration is concerned, that's kind of the theme of today's family time, because I am going to be hopefully explaining the co-sponsorship program today and how it works. And then I've asked all of our leaders, those who are on the Leadership Mastermind, to be ready to share their thoughts on the co-sponsorship program and how it works. Roxanne, you need to check the chat bar. The link is in there already. Okay, so let's get into our welcome of new people. I always like to, at the beginning of family time, just say welcome to anybody. Could somebody just do Roxanne a favor and WhatsApp her the link, please, to that video? So yeah, if you're here for the first time, whether you're a new eXp agent or you're a guest, you may not be with eXp. That's absolutely fine. We love to have guests in our family time meeting. Family time is kind of my group within eXp, and we meet every 2 weeks on a Monday morning, simply to catch up, build relationships, see what's happening, do some recognitions, say thanks to one another, and just generally encourage and build one another up. That's the purpose of the meeting. There's no authority here. I'm not your boss. I can't tell you what to do. We're all just in this together. But this has become a cornerstone of the relationships and the culture that we've managed to build in our team at eXp. So this is a precious meeting to me, and I would encourage you never to miss it. If you're here for the first time, stick up a hand. There's a little hand icon at the bottom of your screen with Google Meet, and either you will introduce yourself and just tell us who you are and where you're from, or you may want to, if you're an eXp agent here and you've got a guest with us that you would like to introduce, you're very welcome to stick your hand up as well and do the introductions. Okay, so we'll go in the order of the list, and we'll start with you, Christian Thirion. Are you there, Christian? You're going to need to put your mic on.
Good morning. Yes.
Morning.
Mornings. I just joined up with Champion Real Estate, had a collab with Sean, and happy to be here, happy to join, happy to learn, happy to grow, and excited to see everyone's faces.
Super, Christian. I'm glad to hear you're excited and positive and looking forward to the future. Guys like you are actually in a uniquely position. It can be a difficult position where your principal or your team leader decides that he wants to move the team across to eXp. And we've seen that work really well, like in the camps with James Conyers, and we've seen it work badly, where the team leader did not consult well enough with the agents, and they kind of wanted to go, and some of the agents didn't want to go, and it caused a bit of a ruckus within the organization. But from what I can gather, this has been a smooth transition, and the agents are all on board. So, Christian, it's good to hear you say that. Thank you very much. Nhlanhla. Right, let's move on. If you can't get your mic on, I'm going to move on. Chantal Forster. Good morning, Chantal.
Good morning, Steve. Happy to be here. I joined the team recently with Jean Kutzer on the Listeners team, and yeah, very excited about the future.
Excellent, Chantal. Where were you before this?
I was at Rawson, Durbanville before.
Okay, wonderful. Probably our top leader, one of our top leaders, Liz Nanell, I think, came from the same Rawson office.
Yes, indeed.
So that's wonderful. Good to hear. Well, welcome and all the best.
Thank you so much.
Nhlanhla, can you get your mic on?
Yes, it's on.
All right, my friend, welcome. Tell us where you're from.
Yes, sir. I'm from Maritzburg, I'm under Mduduzi L. Shongwane in a company called BMS Property Practitioners.
Great, Nhlanhla. And why did you come to eXp? What are you hoping to achieve?
Well, I'm hoping to achieve by selling properties, because eXp is advertising our properties. So it's better to work with them. So I like to work with them. I'm happy to be here too.
Great, Nhlanhla. Well, it's great to have you. I'm glad that you're here. And you're right, the technology with eXp is really, really world-class. So you get access to all of the systems that do the things you're talking about. So welcome, Nhlanhla.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, Teresa Brand.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I joined eXp under Listener and Jean, and I come from Keller Williams. So yeah, thank you, everyone. The onboarding was only a pleasure. Everyone's so helpful. And yeah, I'll try to get my first sale today.
Oh, yes. Off to a flying start. That sounds good, Teresa.
Thanks for everyone. It really was nice.
Great.
Thanks for all the help.
Welcome. Nice to have you in family time. Morning, Didi.
Morning, Steve. Morning, colleagues. Steve, I am here in Rustenburg, Northwest. I would like to introduce Matilda. I think she's on the line. She is busy joining eXp. Yes, Matilda, if you are in the line, you can introduce yourself.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Matilda, and looking forward to work with eXp. I worked for Rawson for 9 years, but yeah, this is the beginning of a new relationship.
Matilda, what split did they have you on at Rawson?
50-50.
And what split are you on now?
You can ask that again.
Yes, you are on a 71-29 split now, and that's going to make the world of difference for you.
Believe me, hey, I can't wait.
Well, welcome, Matilda. I hope you're very successful here.
Thank you very much.
Morning, Christine.
Hi, Steve. Hi, everybody. I want to welcome Ronelle with me this morning. She's actually sitting here. I don't know if you can see her on camera. We share the same camera. She's not in my eXp team as such. I hope she will still come. We're working on that one. But she started as my personal assistant. And also a long relationship. Ronelle come a long way in real estate. As a principal, as an agent. Being my PA previously and being it now again. So just welcome, Ronelle.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Super, Ronelle. And if you are going to go back into real estate at some point, what a good way to learn eXp's systems and processes. So you'll have a really smooth start
Exactly.
if and when you decide to get back into real estate. But I know you're going to add a lot of value to Christine's life as well. So good to hear that, Christine. Well done.
Thank you.
Morning, Ramsey. I saw your dad last week.
Hey, morning, Steve. Morning, everyone. I've got a guest this morning, Kelly Anderson. Just like myself and my dad, Theo, and Lisner, and clearly many others. She's also formerly from Rawson Properties, but currently looking for better opportunities and investigating eXp at the moment. So very excited to have her on the call. I'm not sure if she's going to say hi, but welcome, Kelly.
Thanks, Ramsey. Hi, everybody. Yes, I am very excited. Yeah, that's me.
Kelly, what split do they have you on at Rawson?
I was actually the administrator, so I wasn't on any split.
Okay, cool. So you're coming into sales for the first time. Well, I wish you all the best, and that this new season of your life will be amazing and exciting and profitable for you. So yeah, all the best.
Thanks so much, Steve.
Okay, Kelly. Morning, Lisner.
Good morning, Stephen. I feel like I should start with, I have recovered from Rawson just over 3 years ago. I was on a 50-50.
What split were you on at Rawson, Lisner?
It was a pretend 50-50. It was actually lower, but no, I'm just joking. I just wanted to say some of them have already spoken, but Chantal Foster, we actually didn't cross paths. Chantal took over my database in my office when I left Rawson, and it's so awesome for you to be here and for me to get to work with you. Teresa Brandt, we've worked in the field out and about a little bit, so it's awesome to have you here. I've also co-sponsored with Marianne Greiling and Elise Pretorius, which is very exciting. I know you're speaking about the co-sponsorship this morning, excuse me. And then obviously with Champion and the whole team of Champion, it's been such an honor to be part of your journey so far. And I'm just really excited for this new era in eXp.
Sure, Lisna, thank you. And thank you for all that you do continually. Good morning, Sarah. Okay, Andre, take it.
Morning, Steve. Morning, everybody, and welcome to everybody who's new here. Obviously, a special welcome to Sean and his whole team. It's been great, this whole journey. We've actually known Sean since many years ago. He was at Remax with us, and then I think he's had about 10 years. Obviously, he has been on the space for the last 3.5 to 4 years, and eventually, but it's been wonderful. We've had quite a few in-person meetings, Google meetings, and I specifically wanted to say, you are speaking co-sponsorship today. We immediately saw the value that we co-sponsored with Lisna to bring them on, because she's just been fantastic in making it a sort of smooth process. I mean, they're even going to be moving their whole systems that they're used to now over to, Lisna's going to be duplicating her team systems, which are fantastic for them. So yeah, it's even bringing on bigger savings and so on. So I just want to say thank you to Lisna, and welcome to Sean and the whole team. It's been great. We actually even had a social on Friday. I don't want to know wine farms here, and it was
Okay, beautiful, Andre. Thank you. And that's a great story, and the story's still being told as that team now begins to grow, which I'm absolutely sure it will. Morning, Ash. Safely back in Joburg. Thank you so much for coming down to Cape Town, and hope that you found the trip worth it. I know you visited a bit of family while you were here.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Steve. It was an absolute pleasure. Thanks for having me. Oh, the mother city is so beautiful. We're sad to be back, but home's good. Just wanted to say a very warm welcome to Masanku this morning. So Masanku actually greeted us at the last family meet, but he is now officially onboarded. So I just want to say welcome to the family, Masanku. He's a prime example that you can run your own property company and still see the benefit of eXp. In fact, that's what I did. So yeah, Masanku has been successfully running a business from Rustenburg, and he's now decided to come and join eXp with all its amazing benefits. So I wish you all the best. Masanku, do you want to say something quick? Don't know if he's on. You can carry on, Steve.
Okay. Well, if you are here, Masanku, very welcome. I'm glad that you've made the step and trust that the onboarding was smooth, and all the best. And then just Brad and Sharon left. Brad, morning.
Morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Just wanted to welcome Carolyn Gregorowski, who we've been chatting about eXp for a little while. Carolyn's currently working as a real estate agent assistant, but looking to get into sales and rentals herself and take control of her own career. So welcome, Carolyn.
Excellent, Carolyn. All the best. Sharon.
Morning, everybody. Morning, Steve. And congrats, Lydia and Andre, for bringing Sean on board. Welcome, Sean. And I want to just welcome Kirsty here this morning. And I've got Mtoka ZZ that is looking at joining. And so, guys, welcome. And happy Monday, everybody.
Happy Monday to you too, Sharon. A couple of other hands have now gone up. Chris, good morning.
Hi, Steve. How are you?
Good, good. Yourself?
No, fine, thank you. Just want to welcome Barbara Patsia. I think she's online at the moment. She's going to be joining us over the next week or so. She was with Harcourts originally and with another company thereafter. So she's online for the first time this morning. So just want to welcome her.
Morning, Barbara. If you want
Thanks.
to, you can tell us what's exciting you about eXp. Be great to hear your feedback. If you want to, you can stick your mic on and start talking. Otherwise, welcome, Barbara, and all the best for your stay at eXp. Sarah, can you get your mic on?
Yeah. Sarah, I don't. There. Am I on?
You're on.
Am I? I'm heard. Thank you, Stephen. I'm very excited this morning. I would just like to introduce the people that have joined me lately, and I have just such an amazing little group, and they've helped me this last 2 weeks that I've been through my little journey. I want to say thank you to Vaughan. Vaughan is my PA. He started as a PA and he's joined, and I see he's on the group today. Paige has taken over one of my cash buyers. That is a personal, it's a personal referral from a family from London. And Sue has just come back from Dubai. She's had a bit of a troubled journey getting on board because she was a principal and there was quite a lot of stuff going on with a Fidelity Fund certificate. But I see she's on the group as well. And I want to just thank Paige for looking after Louise and James. She's also here and she's my new, one of my new team, but she's been quite active. Michelle is a new little agent from Komiki and Mary from Fishhook. So I'm so excited and I'm so looking forward to getting started in this very, very deep south of ours.
Beautiful, Sarah. And yeah, we bless you and hope that Simon will recover soon and come out of high care and start on his road to recovery. So yeah, bless you and him, Sarah.
Thank you so much, Steve.
Okay, let me just get back to my list of names. Okay, we're good. So guys, next thing we're going to do, again, it's an open mic. You are welcome to stick up a hand if you have kudos or a thank you to do. So in this meeting, we always give time, as much time as is needed, for you guys to congratulate one another for something that you know that someone achieved or did, their first deal, or something you're proud of them for, or something that you want to thank someone for. Because we do know there is a lot of collaboration that happens behind the scenes, and lots of you are helping others of you. And I love to give this little space now for you to actually verbalize that gratitude. So yeah, over to you, Melanie. Take it away.
Hi there. I just want to say thank you very much to Michelle Taylor. We collaborated together on a golf day. It was such fun, and we were working with another with Cullen and Associates. They are the attorneys, the conveyancing attorneys, and we had a marvelous time. I met her team members as well, and it was just absolutely fantastic. And it was for a very good cause as well. So thank you, Michelle, for actually embracing everything and getting me involved in that as well. And it was a fabulous day and very successful.
Melanie, I'm slippery and difficult to get hold of unless I get an invitation to a golf day.
Okay, I'll definitely invite you. That would be fantastic. Yeah, it was Durbanville. It was the most beautiful day. Honestly, it was fantastic. Yeah, weather was perfect.
Great, glad it went well. Hope eXp got good exposure.
They did. Yeah. I had all my branding out there. I promise you. So yeah, myself and Michelle, we had all our branding out there. So yeah, so it looked spectacular, and we got voted as the best. I think.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Sure. Awesome. Well done, guys.
It's a pleasure. Thanks.
Morning, Marie.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I just wanted to send out a big shout out to Andre and Lydia, and especially to Lisna that is helping with administration. Thank you. Have a lovely week, everybody.
Thanks, Marie. So nice when people help you with admin, hey? Right, Brendan. Good morning, Brendan. How are you?
Hi, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? I just wanted to say thank you to Paige in the Deep South. She has been showing me around and taking me to network meetings there, and I'm not originally from there. So I just want to say thank you to her and all the agents in the Deep South. Very friendly and yeah, they're making my time worthwhile in the Deep South. Thank you.
Good to hear, Brendan. And that's been pioneered by Dave Wilson and the team out there. But they have built an amazingly tight little group of agents out there in the deep south of Cape Town, which is awesome, together with Sarah Day. And Sarah's done a great job out there with lots of complexity going on in her life. So that's a good story that's still being told. I predict that group in the deep south of Cape Town is going to continue to grow. So good to hear, Brendan. Thank you. Morning, Christian.
Yeah, I just want to thank Sean, just, once again for Sean actually like bringing us, the whole team, onto eXp. And it's also want to thank Lesnar, want to thank Andre for his videos and sharing, and just everyone like guiding and leading the whole process. And actually, Sean showing us eXp and understanding and starting to learn the tools and see the tools and see how effective they are. I'm just dipping my toe in it, and I'm so amazed and so thankful to actually be on the team and learning from foundation up. So I just want to thank to Lesnar team, Andre, also to Sean at Champion, and super excited moving forward.
Yeah, Christian, you make a good point about Sean particularly, because team leaders do have a difficult decision to take when they see eXp and they like the model and they see the potential for the growth in the organization. But there are sacrifices to be made. The way the model changes when they bring their team onto eXp's platform means that the team leader has to do some compromising. But it is the visionary team leader who does so, because they can see where this thing can take them into the future and take their business. So I take my hat off to Sean for bringing the team over. And typically, you guys as the agents are on a much better wicket when you come to eXp, and Sean's kind of looking to the future of the growth in order to, take advantage of eXp's model for himself. So I think it's a great story. Lisna.
Yes, I love the thanks. And I just want to say thanks to Andre and Lydia. It's just so awesome to really have friends that you can bounce things off and you can work together. It's amazing. And then I know they're not on here, but Abby and Yolandi, they've been amazing support for us. Stefan Marius with the intern training, we're starting one again tomorrow. And even last week, just being at the Laurier Sport for Good, I just love how they go about. And then a special shout out to Michelle Taylor, because not only is she building a team, but she's really being a leader in supporting that team and making sure that people in the South are getting together and supporting one another. So I want to give you a shout out for that, Michelle.
Yeah, great stuff. Where is Michelle on our leaderboard? She's way up. Okay, there's Michelle, number 22 on the leaderboard. And that's going to continue to grow. Well done, Michelle. Thank you. Morning, Jan.
Morning, Stephen. I just wanted to give a big thanks to Alette Smith of Ramsgate. She's not often on this group, and you don't always hear a lot from her, but she's really a wonderful person, very helpful, goes the extra mile, and she's just been great to work with over the years. I know she's on her way to Pretoria, and there's certain things going on with her life as well. But in amidst that, you get people who are still really so supportive and helpful. And I just wanted to mention her and just sort of give that thanks to her and shout out.
Yeah, and Alette's had a rough few years, health-wise, etc. So great to hear that she's still being a blessing to others. Thanks, Jan. Morning, Roxanne.
Morning, Steve. I just want to say thank you again to Lydia and Andre and Lisna and Lynette for sharing ideas and giving inspiration. And I love it. Thank you.
Lekker, Roxanne. Good so. Is that it? Yes. Okay, thank you. Andre, Lydia, your names got mentioned lots there. You must be good people. The best people. Right. Well done to Christo Deacon for capping in the last 2 weeks. Let's see if Christo is on the call. No, Christo's not. But anyway, well done to Christo for capping. Enjoy the 96%. Leaderboard, I think I've shown you who the movers and shakers there are already. So top 5, Stephen, Lisner, James and Shelley, Andre and Lydia, and Sharon Moodley. Well done, Sharon. Neil Robinson and Javi are coming for you. And then Brian has moved up. Sean's new. Gerard has moved up. Jean and Johan have both landed on the page for the first time. So well done to you guys. If you're a guest, what is this? This is the leaderboard for the revenue share side of our business. So when you attract other agents to eXp, you begin to grow a revenue share group, and you earn a percentage of the transactions done throughout your revenue share group. And that's what this leaderboard is. So it works with the left-hand side, which is frontline agents. That's the number of people you've personally sponsored. And that's the driver of the whole business. You want a big revenue share group, you need to sponsor lots of people on your first tier. And then a few of them are going to start building. So then the number on the right is the total organization size through the 7 tiers of the people on your rev share group. So yeah, well done to all of you guys. Then a couple of things before I talk about co-sponsorship. So don't forget the race to the USA. That is currently running. If you want to qualify for the draw, because everybody who qualifies is going to go into a hat and they're going to draw one winner, you get an all expenses paid trip to eXpCon in Miami. I believe it is in Miami next year. Hey? Oh, yeah. So this is for eXpCon 2026. Lisner, why don't you tell us about going to these events internationally? Is it worth it?
Oh my word, Stephen. I think, as you know, it's literally life-changing. The people that you meet, but also the knowledge that you get is just, it's out of this world. I mean, we're a supportive community here, but as soon as you open it up, where the US and Europe is, everyone is willing to share their knowledge. So you as a person just grow a lot. And it also helps you to bring that back and share it with everyone else. But it's, you know, it's undescribable. It definitely is worth it. And everyone that sees me and my team the whole time, I say, are you going to Mexico with me? Are you coming to Miami with me? Because I feel like you should.
Yeah, brilliant. They're absolutely worth going to. And the contacts that you make, the relationships that you build there will stand you in stead for the rest of your career. And you meet some really good people. It's a wonderful experience. Okay, so to qualify for this, what have you got to do? You've got to sponsor 12 people on your first tier between the 1st of March this year and the 28th of Feb next year. So we are 3 months in. 1/4 of the time is gone. If you've sponsored 3 people that would make it in the last 3 months, you're on track. You're on track. If you're not, you can speed it up. Excuse me. Okay, now what I want to do is do a little explanation for you of what co-sponsorship is and how it works. And I've tried my best to create 2 little pictures on a slide that make it simple. And those who understand it really well, I know a number of you have already used it, like Andre and Lydia and Lisner co-sponsoring Sean. You're welcome to then correct anything that I haven't got right or clarify something that I didn't say clearly enough. At the end of today's meeting, however we do it, I just want everybody to understand how it works and when they could potentially use it. Like, what's the opportunity here? Because I've got to say, from my perspective, I did not see how big this was when it was first announced. I didn't appreciate it for what it is. I thought co-sponsorship was going to be a tool for international relationships. So I've got a guy in America. Somehow I come across, he's a friend of a cousin, and he's an estate agent, and he wants to join eXp. I want to sponsor him, but I can't really support him in America. I don't know the model well. In my case, I do, but most agents don't know the model, how it works in America, and they can't support the person locally, and they can't answer questions on the systems because we use different systems here in South Africa. And so what eXp did was they launched this thing called co-sponsorship, where I can work together with an existing agent in America that I choose. I choose someone I know is on it. And that person becomes the co-sponsor of my cousin's friend in America, so that they are given local support. And then somehow between me and the co-sponsor, we split the benefits of what happens when my person joins. Okay, that's the principle. Now, I did not realize, because there's a rule, you may not co-sponsor with someone, and Andre, maybe you can clarify, because you can the one way, but you can't the other way. But you can't co-sponsor people in the same revenue share line as yourself. So I don't think, Andre, you have to correct me again. I don't think that, let's say if Lisna had someone in the southern suburbs of Cape Town she wanted to sponsor, she couldn't use me as a co-sponsor because I'm in her upline already. Because I think that would make me double dip on the rev share. Although, as Andre explains it to me, I could do it the other way around. If I wanted to co-sponsor someone with Lisna, she could be a co-sponsor for someone for me. So how does this whole thing work? Oh, sorry, I was making a point. Because most of the eXp agents in South Africa are in my group, I never even thought about, it's like I was stuck in my little box, the opportunity that you guys have, because many of you are not in each other's lines of sponsorship. You can use each other to co-sponsor, and oh my word, how this thing has exploded. People all over South Africa within my team are now collaborating to support each other to build their revenue share groups. Because I'm in Cape Town, I can support someone for you. You're in Port Elizabeth, James and Shelley's team. Okay, we'll use James and Shelley as the co-sponsors in Port Elizabeth because we've got a prospect there. And it's opened up the whole country, in fact, the whole world now, as a really active field for sponsoring people. Okay, so how does it work? And then I will hand over to our leaders. Number one. So this is a picture of how normal sponsorship works. So I sponsor, excuse me, 30 Abrahams, let's say. So that's me, where it says sponsor with a smiling face. I sponsor Ferdy. Ferdy is my recruited agent. He's in blue. He's on my first tier. When Ferdy sponsors someone, that's agent B. They're on my second tier. And so it goes down through 7 tiers. Look in the left-hand column. There's 3 benefits that I get there in addition to the revenue share income. I get, first of all, the stock award. When Ferdy, my frontline agent, does his first deal, I get 4,000 Rands worth of eXp shares. Okay, that's called the sponsor award. The second thing I get is if Ferdy does 100,000 gross commission on a rolling 6-month basis, so basically he does 2 deals a year, something like that, he is then counted as a frontline qualifying agent, not just a frontline agent. He becomes an FLQA. What does that mean? That means he helps me unlock tiers 4, 5, 6, and 7 in my revenue share group. If you don't understand how the revenue share system works, don't worry for now. Just understand this. It is important to have lots of FLQAs, lots of qualifying agents on your first tier, because it increases the number of tiers in your 7 levels that you earn income on. You've got to open levels 4 to 7 in our revenue share system. And you do that by having more and more FLQAs, frontline qualifying agents. So that's something else I get, which if I sponsor Ferdy and he's an active agent, I get another FLQA. Then lastly, there's this awesome thing called the Fast Start bonus, which says instead of getting 17.5% of Ferdy's revenue share pool, so 10% of all of his commissions get put into a revenue share pool, and I get 17.5, normally 17.5% of that revenue share pool. On Ferdy's transactions. But what eXp have done with RevShare 2.0 a year ago is they said for the first year that Ferdy is in the business, I'm not going to get 17.5% of the rev share pool. I'm going to get 50% of the revenue share pool. What that means is, if he's a South African agent, instead, if Ferdy's a capping agent, instead of getting, I'm going to get this wrong, I think it's 10,500 Rand during the year on all of his deals. Because of the 50%, I will get 30,000 Rand in the first year from Ferdy. And then it goes back down to the 17.5% in his second year. So those are the three benefits we get from personally sponsored people. We get stock awards when they do their first deal. They become FLQAs that help us open our tiers. And we get 50% of the rev share pool as a bonus in the first year that they're with eXp. That's important to understand those three things, because those three things get split between the co-sponsor and the normal sponsor once we get into co-sponsorship. Okay, hopefully everybody understands that. That's how eXp's normal revenue share system works. Now, what co-sponsorship does is, let's say, I'm just going to use Lisna as an example. Let's say when I sponsored Ferdy, he was based close to Lisna in her team in the northern suburbs. And I felt that because Lisna has got incredible local support and onboarding resources, and they do events in the area with her team, and which all of that is true of Lisna. She's doing all this amazing stuff with her team locally there in the northern suburbs of Cape Town, that I think to myself, you know what? I would like Ferdy to have access to all of the support that Lisna provides for her team. I can't provide that. In his case, I can't provide it because he's far away from me geographically. Why don't I use Lisna as the co-sponsor of Ferdy? Okay, so how does it work? Well, I am still considered the sponsor. That's me up there. But now, instead of Ferdy falling on my first tier, they bump everyone down a tier. So Ferdy now is actually on my second tier, and they essentially insert Lisna between me and Ferdy. Okay. Now, because Lisna is not actually on my first tier, you'll see that that number one there is now red. What does that mean? That means I don't earn revenue share on Lisna's transactions. Okay. Because she's just the co-sponsor. She's being inserted onto my first tier. She's not actually a first tier agent. So I do not earn that income there, but I still earn rev share on Ferdy. He just goes on my second tier. And so it goes down. Agent B, instead of being on my second tier, as he was under the normal thing, is now on my third tier. C drops down to my fourth, etc. Okay, wait for it. Let's look at what happens with Agent G. Agent G would have been on my seventh tier. So I would have earned revenue share on Agent G. With the co-sponsorship, because everybody has been bumped down a level, Agent G now falls on my eighth tier, and we don't earn revenue share below our seventh tier. So I no longer will earn the rev share on those agents that would have been on my seventh tier because they're now on my eighth. Okay, that's another trade-off for using a co-sponsor, is that if it does grow big down the track, seventh tier bumps down to eighth tier. Okay, so do understand that's one of the prices you pay for using a co-sponsor. Okay, most of the time it's going to be a small price to pay. If it ends up that there's 10,000 agents on that tier and they're all over the world, you will lose hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it's, who knows? Okay, how are these benefits divided up? Well, as Ferdy's sponsor, I still get the stock awards. I get 4,000 Rand when he does his first deal. I get the FLQA status. That helps me unlock my other tiers. But the 50% fast start bonus now gets paid to Lisna, the co-sponsor. Okay, last thing, and then I'm done. How does Lisna benefit from the growth if Ferdy's business grows now through the tiers? Does Lisna benefit? Yes, because this here on the right-hand side is the level for the co-sponsor. So Lisna essentially now has Ferdy on her first tier, Agent B on her second tier, Agent C on her third tier, etc. So she earns revenue share all through the 7 tiers as they grow below Ferdy. So if you understand what I've described to you there, even though previously Lisna and I, in this scenario, I know Lisna is in my group, but we're pretending she's not. Lisna and I were in separate revenue share groups, but now, and I used to love Lisna. She's a wonderful person, and we talked, and we were on meetings together, and it was wonderful. We kind of collaborated in family time. But actually, for the first time now, Lisna and I are actually in business together, benefiting together on a financially rewarding journey together, because we both have the vested interest in Ferdy and his growing team. So what I love about this is that it is drawing, now for me, my leaders all over South Africa are beginning to, I've always worked really hard to build relationships between my leaders. We have a leadership mastermind, which, as you will see from this little blue tile here is for agents who are in my leadership mastermind. You've got to have 15 on your first tier to be in the leadership mastermind. There's 8 agents, those 8 agents on the screen, who are currently in the leadership mastermind. We meet every 2 weeks. We've built incredible relationships with one another. But something extra, something beautiful happens when Neil Robinson now is in business with Lisna, and they are making money together. It binds the whole team together in a way, in a new and fresh and wonderful way. So, guys, there are so many benefits to this thing. And if you have, so for the general mass of you who are on this call, how does this benefit you? Well, if you have prospects in an area of South Africa or an area of the world, you can find a co-sponsor anywhere in the world. You can pick someone who's on it in that country and use them as a co-sponsor. You can find, let's say you don't know anybody, you don't live in the northern suburbs of Cape Town, and you live in Joburg, but you've got friends or an agent you used to work with who lives down the road from Lisna or Andre and Lydia or whoever, and you decide, you know what, I'm not going to try to sponsor them. Lisna will actually get on a call with me and help me sponsor this person, because Lisna is going to be the co-sponsor. You can actually start drawing these leaders into your sponsorship conversations. They will help you sponsor people if they have been chosen as the co-sponsor. I'm telling you, this thing is starting to create such incredible collaboration between the agents of eXp. I am wonderfully excited about it. Okay, so I'm going to open it up to the floor. Let's go through our leadership mastermind group, and you guys can speak as and will you want to. So Lisna, if you want to add anything, go for it.
Thanks, Stephen. Yeah, I think you've got such a good way of explaining it. And the way I see it is we used to be in the same team but work in silos. And now all of those silos are integrating and we can work together. From my side, the way that I see it, my business is quite large, but I don't have anyone in line 6 and 7 of my business as yet. So I don't see it as a loss. I understand what you mean, like a lot to the future. You might be doing that, but then I'm also saying a lot into the future. Who would we have retained in the business? Because retention is important, and I think that comes with support, because that's how the business can grow that large. Something that I heard when I was at Build in Cabo, and I thought that that was such a good way of explaining it, is that you can act. So I just saw a comment come through, someone saying, I thought that there was a time period to it. Yes, there is. So when you sponsor someone, we are past May. You had an opportunity if someone joined between the 24th of Feb up until the 1st of May, they could still co-sponsor. But for all of us that joined earlier, we can now act as if I'm your sponsor. Act as if that person that you want to co-sponsor with is your sponsor. So by pulling them into your business, you act as if we are linked. And I think that that is a really nice thing because you can suddenly start collaborating with people you could never collaborate before. So from my side, the two things that we offer as a team, the one is the intern training, and a lot of you have made use of the opportunity and some of the conversations that we've had, that you have enrolled people into our intern training that's starting tomorrow. So we do a 10-week intern training program that I'm happy to share with you guys online. I can share it into the group so you can see what's covered in the 10-week curriculum. It's not to try and get someone to pass. We try and challenge them, because if they cannot survive 10 weeks of real estate training, they're not going to survive a career in real estate. There's no payments involved. It doesn't cost them anything. They do not sign up for eXp. This is for us to make sure that they are eligible in order to join our team. So that also opens up an opportunity for you to co-sponsor with us by enrolling people into that training. But the biggest gap that I've seen in the workplace transition from an office environment to eXp is the fact that people feel a little bit lost. Not everyone's tech skills are up there. So we have created a complete online support no matter where you are in South Africa. So we've got step-by-step onboarding, because we do know that a lot of you want to sponsor people, but you're like, oh, I'm busy selling. I don't have time to help someone onboard. I don't have time to help them get set up. So through Abby and Yolandi that's supporting us, and wonderful back office systems that I'm happy to share in another call with you guys. We do have support systems. We've got an online marketing plan. We've got a full onboarding and branding a person as they onboard. We assist them with the PPRA transition, because that's something that was always done in office for them. So basically everything that you need to onboard and just start selling houses, we help you sort that out. So that you can go ahead, and we help you with your team as well. So if you choose to co-sponsor with us, then we take ownership of that person and we make sure that they transition into eXp, and we also guide them as to what do they do next, so that they can get into production. Yeah, so loads of additional software and additional support just to help someone transition from an office environment into an online office environment.
Okay, super. Thanks, Lisna. I think let's pick up that conversation about act as if at another time. I don't think that made sense to us, but let's chat about that maybe on another call. James, Shelley. Morning, guys.
How's it, guys? Yeah, wonderful. So we are so excited about this co-sponsorship. I mean, never before. I mean, we do collaborate, and we do sort of foster that kind of feeling of collaboration and working together. But I think this even more so encourages it and pushes it into the team. So I think Shelley wants to say something.
Well, so yeah, I just think I call it the 3 C's. So collaboration, community, and culture.
It was almost 2 C's.
Yeah, it was almost 2 C's. Yeah, and I just think we like to, well, we're growing a team down the garden route. So in Knysna, St. Francis, Jeffreys, and just we travel once a month and we just collaborate with everybody and trying to create that community feeling, and so people aren't left alone out there, that there is a sense of, growing a good culture and community within our team and with co-sponsorship.
Yeah, I mean, and geographically, obviously, we've got beautiful offices in Port Elizabeth, so that's the natural kind of inclination. If anybody's here, we'd love to co-sponsor with them in this region. We've got an onboarding specialist, much like Lisna, an onboarding specialist and an agent success coordinator and a chief trainer and PPRA compliance person. So we help with getting everybody over the line and sorted out with the PPRA and onboarded and successfully able to run their organization. So really that's it. And yeah, we've already done some co-sponsorships and it's working fantastically well. And yeah, it just opens up so many conversations with these amazing people in the eXp organization. So that's it from us, eh?
Yeah, I think so.
Over and out.
Super, guys. Thank you. Thank you, James and Shell. So if you've got anyone in Port Elizabeth, reach out to James and Shelley and they'll help you get them on board. Andre, Lydia.
Morning, Steve. Yes, thanks. And your explanation was fantastic. But yeah, we're very excited about co-sponsorship just in general, just for eXp as a whole, I think, because there is maybe some confusion about sort of what it is, but it's when you bring somebody in, you know, many agents could actually attract other agents, and they do attract other agents, but then sometimes that agency is just lost because the sponsor, you know, eXp was designed as such basically that you could actually bring in an agent and you don't actually have to take much responsibility for that agent. But then in practice, that agent often feels lost and falls off the system eventually. So for agent retention, I think it's a fantastic thing, this co-sponsorship overall. And then for people who are wanting to bring people in and almost feel not qualified to bring them in, you now can choose a co-sponsor who's just more adept at it, basically, and does it more like, you know, maybe some of the leaders, etc. So it's really a very big thing. You just got to, I'm just thinking of any agent who's sponsoring an agent, you just choose your co-sponsor wisely depending on what that agent actually needs that you're sponsoring. You know, if you can fulfill their needs specifically, maybe it's a geographical need, like James was saying, maybe it's a systems need, maybe it's a mentoring need. You can choose the co-sponsor wisely because they've got to sort of carry their weight later on. And then you just kind of have amazing agent retention within eXp overall. I think it's a fantastic thing. You just got to let it sink in and you've got to choose your co-sponsors wisely.
Yeah, I'll also say, I mean, that the biggest thing is to have someone, a co-sponsor must be someone that will offer your agent something that you can't offer.
Exactly.
So, I mean, what we do with Lesnar, with James, with Shanae is we really offer online support and support in person. And I do the Afrikaans support. So a lot of my people are Afrikaans in our team, and they would like to get the systems explained in Afrikaans, and that I do. So we plug in with Lesnar with Success Builders. We've got a group, we've got a mastermind group, we've got a WhatsApp group, and a monthly morning meeting, not monthly, weekly morning meeting. ChatGPT, we do ChatGPT shows, webinars, and in-person events around the country. We're doing one for Karine now in Nelspruit, and you can invite your people, and Andra will be there to present. So, yeah, chat with us if you want to co-sponsor.
Super. Thank you, guys. Sharon, what do you think?
I actually haven't cottoned on to this. Lydia was helping me during the week because I've started looking at it, and I had somebody battling in Durban, and I have since looked at co-sponsorship, and we have got them. Kirsty now co-sponsored, Ayanda's helping her, and I think it's actually a fantastic tool that I've just never looked at. That's now the lights have come on. So I'm quite happy about this and looking at it very positively. And I think it can only help everybody.
Thanks, Sharon. Yeah, I think Andre made a good point there that if you are going to act as a co-sponsor for someone else's agent, you have to do so with integrity and a clean conscience that you are bringing value, that you're going to carry your weight, as Andre says, as the co-sponsor. That's very important, because otherwise people are going to get burned and disappointed by someone. They choose someone as a co-sponsor, the person doesn't do anything for their agent. So that's something that I think we need to be held up to that standard continually.
I think
Neil.
Also, Steve,
Yep.
can I just say what
Yeah.
I think is and would be quite nice to do at some stage is to get a format or something that people can follow, that those that are new to sponsoring, they want to sponsor, but they don't know how and where and how. Just, you know, a guideline, should I say. That's what I'm actually looking at now.
Cool, we'll see what happens.
Mm.
Neil, go for it. Any thoughts from your side?
Cool. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's very cool, especially with agents in different areas where I can't be as hands-on. It's been quite exciting to work with the Conyers. We're building a team on the garden route. So things like that where I'm not able to go there and get the agent across the line, James or Shelley can meet with them, and it's really a game changer. But I think from my perspective, the value that I could add, especially in the luxury space, I have quite a lot of influence there. eXp agents can now approach any agent on the Atlantic seaboard and say, look, you know, Neil Robinson and I would like to meet with you if you're open to that. And they would know exactly who I am. So that's a very cool thing and I'm quite good at I've got a good hit rate. If I can meet with someone, I'm quite good at getting them across the line. So agents, if you have a luxury agent or an upmarket agent that you're struggling to get across the line, I'd be more than happy to meet with them and co-sponsor, not only to get them across the line, but also to add value and collaborate with them on high-end stock in the long run. So I think this thing has huge potential.
Brilliant, Neil. Brilliant. And you do add huge value in that niche of the market as a co-sponsor. So yeah, I love it. Javi, are you here this morning? Javi's sometimes in other meetings on a Monday morning. Yeah, I don't think Javi's with us. And then Alta, have you got anything you want to add? It doesn't look like Alta's with us anyway. Okay, so if I can close this, Andre, can I let you close the meeting? Just explain to us, if I have someone that I want to choose you as a co-sponsor for, let's say, what does the process look like of actually doing a co-sponsorship within the normal onboarding process? How does it work?
Yeah, so in the normal onboarding process at this stage, the agent does the normal join link and chooses the sponsor. And that just goes the normal route. But then once he's onboarded and he has access to his Okta, etc., then you basically go to your My eXp app. On that agent has to do it. He's choosing a co-sponsor, much like he chose his sponsor. So after he's onboarded and he has a sponsor, then he goes to the My eXp app in Okta, and there's a section there on the left which is called whatever. What is it called? There's no help me out. Anyway, and there you actually go and you choose your co-sponsor. You nominate it and give the email address, etc. That then goes to global and it gets approved, and then you and the co-sponsor eventually actually receive an email to confirm that it's been done.
Okay, so the new agent has to go onto My eXp and click some button, some link.
That's right. If you give me 1 minute, I'll actually tell you
I
what
think
it is.
the easiest one, Andre, is through the toolkit. So the co-sponsoring toolkit, there's one that says name your co-sponsor. And then if you click that, it automatically pulls you through.
Where is that toolkit, listener?
I saw someone just shared it. Jana just shared it on the list, on the comments for you. It's the co-sponsorship toolkit. And if you are in on that toolkit, you can maybe just do a screen share there, Stephen. If you click on that link, then you'll see there's 2 white buttons. There you go. So the one that says name your co-sponsor.
Okay.
If you click on that one, it'll take you through the process.
Okay. So the new agent, in your case, Sean, would have had to go to this page, click that button, and then choose you as co-sponsor.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
So that actually takes the guy directly into his Okta, but otherwise in your Okta, on the left-hand side of My eXp, you've got a thing called tools. That's a menu. So you've got earnings and you've got tools, and then you can choose your co-sponsor from there. It's the same thing, yeah. Okay.
All right, guys, so save that link. It's in the chat bar, and then, yeah, get busy. So thank you to all of you guys who've contributed to today's meeting. It's hugely exciting. Can't wait to see where this thing goes in the future. And yeah, if you want to connect with anyone that you don't know how to connect with, you can let me know. I can send you someone's details. Otherwise, go forth and multiply. God bless you guys. Have a good 2 weeks.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Steve. All the best. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Steve.
Bye.
Thank you. Just
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Bye. Have a great week, everyone. Cheers.